everyone. Myself Ashka Maru, and our group will be presenting on the project called Sentiment Analysis on Personal Relations and Aiding Mental Health under the guidance of Professor Bhumika Shah and other team members are Desai Riva, Kapadia Hassan, Kataria Aditya, and Patel Rohan. Now let's see the background of study. We all have conversations with our family, friends, partner, and colleagues where we might tell something that we shouldn't. Of course, we'll regret later only, but some people might get hurt at a level we don't know, which might result into depression and other serious mental health issues. Also, 1 in 5 will experience depression in their lifetime. Now, a person who's suffering from this mental illness will isolate himself from others and they rarely discloses their problems, tends to ignore signs of illness, and when they even wanted to consult someone, which might be costly for them. And also, there's not any mechanism to detect such activities. And so, what objectives needs to be achieved for the problem state about that is to provide automatic feedback from the conversations to improvise interaction more effectively and positively. And as we know, a person more likely to get depressed when also alone. So, we'll be providing chat mechanism with the app also. So feasible solution for the listed objectives will be making an app that helps in improvising the relations, and that is decided by how much conversation is in the negation, hence applying sentiment analysis on converse recorded and finds possible negative aspects. Diving into the app by making it as much as interactive by taking real-time voice or text, therefore performing sentiment analysis which gives the feedback in both polarities and providing suggestions to improvise. Person can also open up to AI chatbot which will keep him motivated by suggesting activities. So from the solution we get an idea about the features going to be there. These are the 4 features. Now this is our project description where we will be focusing on recording the conversations and applying sentiment analysis by separating the messages of the users and pre-process them, and then there provide sentiment analysis, and then we will provide feedback on the conversations, and also providing AI chatbot with which we can chat with and allows user to add a therapist for help. These are our 5 modules. Now let's see first module, that is voice conversation module, in-person conversation. We'll start in the app, record the voice, we'll start the conversation, it will recognize the voice and separate it and then convert it into text, and then we'll perform sentiment analysis. Second module will be voice conversation on call conversation. That will be we'll be recording call and sign the conversation. It will recognize our voice, separate voice, and will convert the audio text, and then we'll perform sentiment analysis. Now let's see speech diarization. The diarization task is a necessary pre-processing step for speaker identification or speech transcription when there is more than one speaker in audio-video recording. For a speaker in a recording, it consists of detecting the time areas where he or she speaks. The system anonymously labels each speaker in the recording and answers the question, who spoke when? Flow of the diarization will be graphical presentation. It is seen that is a speaker diarization happening on streaming audio input. Different colors in the bottom axis indicate different speakers. Here audio input is taken, speech is detected. Is there any speech in the file? The change detection helps to identify the change in the speakers in the file. These audio segments are also formed from this analysis. The segments are clustered and the process is iterated multiple times in order to realign the speakers to their segments. The result is group of models that are trained with as much as data possible of one prominent speaker and as little as data possible of other speakers. Merging of segments is done on the result obtained from previous step, and we get the diarized output of the audio file. Let's say Sitekit for Diarization S40. Sitekit for Diarization is an open source package for speaker and language recognition. The aim of this is to provide an educational and efficient toolkit for speaker recognition. Major goal of this is to automatically segment an audio recording into speaker homogeneous regions. As you see in the output image, it shows that there are 2 speakers in a given audio file of 1.5 minutes duration. 2 speakers are labeled as S0 and S12. The segments will be converted into textual transcript with the help of speech to text conversion. Speech to text conversion in the system, we are using speech recognition library of Python that is used for conversion. This library uses the Google API for the conversion, which has quite decent accuracy. Recognize Google function is based on the Google API, which converts audio to textual string. This is the demo that how a particular audio segment file is converted into the text form. Now let's see another model, that is chat conversation, where we will be opening the chat section where all our family, friends will chat, and then separate text will be there, and then we'll performing sentiment analysis. This model is being used for knowing the feedback of the conversation with other users, right? We will be registering on our app and will be creating group and will be sharing the link to their family, and then the chat will be recorded and will separate the text, and thus will provide the feedbacks by performing analysis and suggest if some negative feedback found. Now, sentiment analysis module. The main crux of our projects is this SVM. The purpose of SVM is to classify the given text into positive or negative. So the entire process can be summed up as loading dataset, pre-processing dataset, training and testing model using the model for prediction. Now, for any ML algorithm, internally the input is always in numerical format. So after necessary pre-processing, the text is then vectorized to numerical form using TF-ID vectorization, which is a part of scikit-learn library. SVM is considered to be one of the best models for binary classification, which makes it best fit for our purpose, that is positive and negative classification. Improved model will be output of the vectorizer is input to classify. So to make the entire process hassle-free, we have used pipeline. Also the n-gram range parameter of vectorizer, which considers both unigrams as well as bigrams, thus making it suitable to classify negative sentences such as making it useful, that is, don't worry, more efficiently. Currently the accuracy score is around 85%, which may change further as dataset would be updated. Talking about feedbacks, we have two feedbacks, sentiment analysis of individual chat and overall sentiment. These again would be represented graphically as well. Also along with the feedback, we are also providing some suggestive words which user could use if sentiment is negative. As observed, this is a simple graph kind of which user will be getting as feedback. As observed in this slide, user would be getting overall sentiment analysis of the chat. And in this slide, as you can see, user would be carrying some suggestion in form of words which she can use. This would be the case only if sentiment is found to be negative. Now presenting on the model that is AI chatbot. Nowadays, almost 30% of the tasks are fulfilled by chatbots. With examples like Siri, Alexa, it becomes clear how a chatbot can make a difference in our daily lives. Now let's see what we have used for our chatbot. Rasa is an open source machine learning framework for building AI assistants and chatbots. It's used for automated text and voice-based conversations. It is also used worldwide to make contextual assistance. Now let me explain what we have used for our files, that is project structure of Rasa. Firstly, let's see chatbot intents. For an assistant to recognize what a user is saying, no matter how the user phrases the message, we need to provide example messages the assistant can learn from. We group these examples according to the idea or the goal the message is expressing, which is also called intent. And so the intents in the examples are used as training data for the assistant's NLU model, like an example shown, different sentences having the same goal. Now, chatbot domain itself defines the universe in which your assistant operates, specifies the intents, entities, laws, responses, forms, and actions your bot should know about. This file contains different intent which chatbot can detect and list of bot replies. These are the list of intents in the domain file. Also, there are actions, things that your bot can actually do. Also, see the slots that are your bot's memory. Text is a key value store which can be used to store information the user provided. Responses are the actions that send a message to user without running any custom code or returning events. Forms are special type of action means to help your assistant collecting information from user. Now these are the stories required for the Rasa core. There is something called dialogue flow in Rasa, where Rasa core controls the flow of the conversation between you and your chatbot. So that for the flow, you need to train chatbot using these stories. Now after each message, the model will predict an action that the assistant should perform the next. This Python file has the code for your custom actions. In case you want Rasa to call external server via REST API or API call, you can define your custom actions here. Rules describe short pieces of conversations that should always follow the same path. Rules are great to handle small specific conversation patterns, but unlike stories, rules don't have the power to generalize to unseen conversation paths. It's an example of chatting of user with the bot. Now let's see psychiatrist consultation module. It will be having list of psychiatrists from where we have to select and book a session. Our report will automatically to be sent to the consultant from our feedback analysis and thus saves time and effort of the consultant. This will also be used to alert the psychiatrist in case of any suspicious activity such as continuous negative reports. Advantages: the application performs sentiment analysis on actual conversations as well as chats of the user with the relatives. The chatbot in the application also uses sentiment analysis on users' conversations and provide feedback. Also provides for suggestive feedback and also provides a model to alert or contact psychiatrists when there is a need of attention from the professional. See what are the limitations. As sentiment analysis and chatbot both uses machine learning, their accuracy will obviously increase with more and more usage of the model. The current sentiment model lacks accuracy in some very ambiguous text. As of now, the feature of activity tracking has not been included due to user privacy concerns. Let's see future scope. That is, the model accuracy of both sentiment analysis and chatbot can be improved with more and more of interactive learning. Domains and intents of the chatbot can be increased to cover a wide range of subjects. Besides capturing and providing feedback on negative chat, there can be a mood detecting mechanism also that will find more specific emotions of the user and give feedback accordingly. Also, mood detecting emotions, specific feedback, and activity suggestions can be given to the user through the chatbot also. After considering user privacy concerns, an effective way of tracking user activity can be added. So the conclusion is, through this application is, we wish to provide as much as virtual assistance as possible to the user. Mental health is a sensitive subject and is personal for every individual, and everyone might need a different approach, but assistance can certainly help any person maintain his or her health and lead a suffering person towards the correct treatment. Now let's see some live demonstration.
Let's look at our actual working of our application. Firstly, it takes to login for existing an option to register for a new user, where it will enter all the login details and with the credentials of the password. And after logging, we are taken to a home screen. Let's see one of them. There is chat analysis. It will show the analysis of recent chat conversations with the relatives, and it will show the bar graphs too. Then comes the group chat, where allows user to chat with the relatives through the app, to which analysis can be directly applied. Then comes the call analysis module to apply analysis of spoken conversations.
Hello, Hassan.
Hello Aditya.
How are you?
Actually, I am worried right now.
What is bothering you?
Then comes the bar graph of the overall sentiment. Now it's time to meet Happybird. Happybird is our very own chatbot based on Rasa. Here the user is having conversation about his concerns regarding his mother's COVID condition. Happybird tries to understand user's worries and replies accordingly. It even tries to suggest some possible actions for user to take. It also suggests some possible ways to deal with the depression. It can also fluently respond to our main domain, for example, mental health issues. Lastly, if psychiatrist is already added by user, the statistics are emailed to the doctor.